Hey, what's happening, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Holloway's Garage. It's been a while since I've put anything up, but this has been busy working and stuff and haven't had much time to mess with editing videos and doing all that. So hopefully this will make it up in a decent amount of time, and hopefully I get some more of them up for you guys too. But so if you watched another video that I had about a review on a forestry mulcher, it's for a I think it was a GE was called. It was standard flow. The thing worked well for what it was, especially for the price. And so that was on an old 873 standard flow machine. And I'll put a link up here and you could click on it if you want to check that out. But basically I sold that machine, bought a T200, which is basically the same motor and stuff, but it's a track machine. This one's got heat and AC and high flow. So what I did is I bought a high flow mulcher. I think it's high flow. I'm not 100% sure, but it's got big hoses and fittings on it, so I'd imagine it's high flow. And it's a Chinese one again. So this is called a handy. It's a handy drum mulcher. It's a 48 inch, so not super big. The other one was 72, but at the same time, I don't really need to be. That's more like clearing brush, I would say. Like if you're just clearing straight up briars and junk like that, and then you get a tree here and there, a small tree. This, I think I can mulch up trees better than that. The T spacing on this is really tight, where the other one was kind of like it was spread out, so you might miss some trees, like you'd have to come in and out. But if you watch my video, see what I'm talking about. But yeah, I figured I'd show you what this is all about. I don't have a clue about it. Just started opening it up and I was like, man, maybe I should put a video up about it to kind of give you guys a heads up if it's a piece of junk or not. But the handy attachments, they've been pretty good. I have a handy vibratory drum roller. Maybe I'll do a video on that too. But they seem like they're built well versus other Chinese attachments I've seen. But yeah, let's jump into it. We'll check it out and kind of do a brief walkthrough on it. And then I'll get this thing running on my machine and we'll go from there. All right, well, now that you listen to me talk for a while, so this is it. The handy drum mulcher HBDM 48. I don't know, 700 kilograms. It probably weighs, I would say that's 1,500 pounds or so. You can see here you got a grease point. And then there should be one on the other side also. So you probably have to pull this cover off, which we'll do in a minute. See what's going on in there. And this is definitely stouter than the GE one that I had before. At least it just looks and feels like it's built better. Here's the fittings on it. They're 3/4 inch fittings. And then you got your drain, your case drain. I bought an adapter. Cost me $150 for adapters to make it work with my my 1/2 inch flat face connectors on my T200. That's this thing. She's an old beast. I love it. Definitely better than the 873. Although that 873 could lift just about anything I wanted it to. But let's get back into this. So the T spacing here. The drum's on the ground, so it's hard to spin it, but so that's your spacing. So they're gonna be like really tight with each other on a on a piece of material like tree or brush or whatever. They're all replaceable teeth on them, and for the most part, this thing looks like it's built pretty darn well. And for it being so small, I'm sure, I mean, the rotating mass on that thing's got to be crazy because it's a small little unit. So it's not like for it to be so heavy, it's gotta have some mass in that drum. So it came with a couple replaceable teeth, and then it came with a came with a belt also, and it's got a part number on there. So hopefully they're pretty easily sourceable. It's good to have this as a spare when you're on jobs, or just using this at all. Just because you wear that out and then you're kind of at the mercy of getting another one. But let's put this push bar on there real quick, and then I'll just use my forks. I'll lift it up by the push bar to get it up out of this cage, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, I gotta go get the fittings real quick, and we'll get the fittings on there. Then we'll grease her up. Let her eat for a second. It's just standard duty. She ain't heavy duty. Feels pretty heavy though. That's all like 1/2 inch plate and stuff, so we'll see. We'll see how she does. I'm gonna get my impact, zip all these little compartment bolts off, just see what's going on in there. And see what's up with this thing. The heck kind of spider is this? There's the fangs on that thing. We got the hoses hooked up. That was a heck of a coupler we had to come up with to make that work. I should have just had them cut the end and just got new hoses made with the correct end for those, but that probably would have been cheaper, but I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, let's do this here. So pop this cover off. I end up losing all these one-handed. They're doing an air show here. You can see them all the way up there. There they go. Pretty cool. Alright, this will be better. Now I won't lose them all. Hopefully my camera doesn't fall over. Nice. Now this one, a lot of tension on it. The only thing I don't see is grease fitting. So that's where you replace your belt. This one has a tensioner on it. The old one did not. A GE didn't have a tensioner, belt tensioner. Oh, there's a grease fitting right there. Silly. So I'll probably pull that off and put a 90 grease fitting, because you got to pull this belt off every time to grease it. That's kind of silly. Is there a grease fitting back here too? This bolt is, unless that's not a fitting. I don't see a fitting back here. Let me see if I see. No fitting. On. So there's just one on here. Maybe we'll look at it from the top. See if there's grease fitting from up there. We got this cover here. I don't know if I might have lost the last bit of filming I did. Go the wrong way. Alright. Loosen this here. It's getting just easily accessible to those lines. Now there's nothing. I don't need to take this top cover off because it just lets you get to the lines really. So I'm gonna go grab a 90 before I pull that other one off. We'll grease this up, see how she spins up. I don't really have anything to mulch around here right now, so I'm not sure. I'll spin it up and I'll show you how it spins, but I don't really have anything to mulch right now for you guys to see. I got a job coming up with it. I'll try to video that and see how that works out. Right, so I'm pulling this off so I could grease it, and I was having a heck of a time kind of to get this off. So basically, you pull these bolts and you stick them in here, and you just keep on working that off. I had to do it with the ratchet first to work it loose, and now it should, well, I'm not sure actually. I don't know if it's gonna come all the way out. So this is just one of those Allen head bolts that comes from in here. I should be able to just pry this off, I think now. I think. I don't know actually. It doesn't seem like that's gonna work. Because it's like it's wedged up in here. So now it's free off of there. I don't think it's working. I'm kind of scared because, oh, it's coming off a little bit. Alright, let me work this loose. Maybe I'll get an actual pry bar instead of using this silly screwdriver. Let me pause this and do it two-handed. Alright, I should just go get my puller or my slide hammer, but I don't feel like it, so we're gonna do this. See if it works from Redneck Engineering. Got her. Alright, I got enough clearance that I can get back there now. One of the bolts is loose, so might as well tighten that. On here. Actually, I'm gonna take this whole thing out also torque all these down while I'm here. I should pull them all, put red rocker on them. Gonna hit all these with the impact while it's open. Make my life a little bit easier. Got her. Take this off. So there's no grease in these, just so you know. They didn't pre-grease them. Make sure you do that. I don't know where. Oh, damn 90. That'll fit. I don't know what size that fitting is. That's frustrating. Go to the store and get a fitting for this, I guess. Always something. Alright, back from Harbor Freight. I got the right fitting. Let's see what it was. I think it was an I think it was an M690. Or was it M8? M6. No, M8. It was an M890. So there we have it. It's on there. Now let's put this thing back together. Be simple. And then we'll be good. It's like 100% humidity out here. It's been a hot day for sure. But let's get this on there. I guess really all you had to do, well, it's kind of hard, but if I could compress that, but it's like cone, it's like a cone, I think. on. And this thing's all covered in dirt. That'll clean her up there, nice. Alright, I'm not gonna film this. It's simple. Put it together the same way it came apart. Goodness, this thing's heavy. And I'll show you it all buttoned up and I'll fire her up. High flow. I haven't ran this machine on high flow, so fingers crossed it works. Old bobcatter. Alright, she's all buttoned up. Let's fire her up and see how it goes. What do you think this froggy is gonna see? You think it's gonna be good? Oh, get away, Mr. Toad. But yeah, let's see how she does. Let me get this thing on a camera stand. All right, let's fire her up. See what's going on. You say AC's cold. Well, my hoses are backwards on this for this machine, so I'm just going to swap them real quick. That's really it. So that's why you saw it. It was like binding up. It didn't want to go up or down, and that was because the flow was reversed on it, and it was just like it was as if this was bound up on like a stump or something, or something was caught up in there. So I'll just swap the hoses around. It's going to be a mess now because there's hydraulic fluid in it, which sucks, but whatever. It's part of it. Yeah, that's all we'll have to do. It's probably just easier to swap them, or cleaner to swap them up top there, I guess, than it is down there. I'm going to lose all that fluid if I do it down there. So I'll swap them, and then we can give this thing a shot. I'm going to have to clear some brush, see how that goes. Thanks a lot, guys, for checking out this episode of Holly's Garage. Hopefully you got like a pretty good idea of what this machine is and what it's capable of. Although you didn't see me test it, but it is built really well, especially versus that GE one. I mean, that one was built well too. This one just seems a little bit more heavy duty. But yeah, the T spacing is nice on this. It's nice and close like it should be. And guessing this should work with high flow. I did run that on standard flow. I don't know if you could see the difference between how fast it was spinning, the drum was rotating, but I think it's going to be a good little money maker, and open up some doors for me, and maybe I can move into that side of work, like forestry clearing and stuff like that. But thanks again for checking this out. If you like what you saw, hit that thumbs up button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. I'll be doing all kinds of videos like on this stuff, trucks. I have this 2000 Chevy Crew Cab 1 ton. Just about done. I got to put the last video I did up. I got it running, stopping, like all new brakes and stuff. And I got a bed for it. I just banged out all the dents on it. I got to do just a little bit of body work and then paint it, and we'll slap that on there and she'll be ready for the beach. But like I said, thanks again, and hit subscribe. That'd be great.